learn a lot. They'll learn about the whole production process. They'll learn lots of other things as well about working in a team, and I hope that they'll emerge stronger, more skilled and more confident young people. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's a fantastic project. It is creative, it's imaginative, it's right up to date, it's 21st century, it's the sort of thing we have to be involved in doing more and more. And I wish everybody involved success. I know this is just the beginning, of course it's just the beginning. So I can now officially declare the project Through Music Together launched.
Everyone here meeting each other, it's an opportunity for you all to meet. You're all going to be on this CD, so it's a great reason for you all to be here. The other main thing that we're here for is for you to enjoy yourself and be taken through the recording process, experimenting, going through, looking at the recording studio, speaking to Murray, he's the sound engineer, meeting with the rest of the project team. So we decided to form a record company executive group with representatives from each school. So it'll be a wee group, 7, 8 people, and I'm just going to outline for you what their tasks will be, because we want to make this as real as possible. One of the big tasks for the executive group is to name the record company. Another big task for this group is to name the CD and design the insert. They'll also be involved in the marketing of the product, and that's going to be things like liaising with Jackie, going into the studios to promote it, talking to newspapers, basically selling the product.
Well, I would like to have, to get to know you guys, come down and guest on my programme, and we might even promote it. I'm looking forward to working with you, so good luck.
I wrote it using Cubase. I took the long route as opposed to just playing in the keyboard. I had to just put in every note, which took ages. Just for 2 cellos, and well, I'm going to be doing both parts, but I mean, you can perform it for 2 cellos. It's fairly short and to the point. Called Shostakovich. He's a Russian composer, but he's dead now. But there's a theme that runs through it that's quite similar to his sort of style. So. I play through in the academy, so the RSAMD, but they have a junior department for people who are still at school, and so I go through there. and I play with their orchestra. But I play with Fife Youth Orchestra and play with the National Youth Orchestra as well. So. Yeah, I might continue writing my own music. Yeah, it'd be good fun. Yeah, it was good fun composing it. Once I got started, because like getting started was the hardest bit, because I just didn't have any idea what I was going to do. And but once you got into it, it was pretty easy. I didn't have a clue about recording, so it's been quite interesting actually. It's a good learning experience.
The piece of music that we've recorded was the first song that we ever wrote by ourselves as a band. I think it was called Red Fire when we wrote it, so we might as well just stick to that. There's Anthony Keegan, and he plays bass, and Ian Downey, and he's on drums and percussion. I play lead guitar and I'm on vocals as well. Nerthus. Well, the inspiration for the lyrics, it was pretty much I'm a big fan of Geo Barr, who's a comic book artist who created The Crow. And sort of reading through that has a lot of poetry and some really sort of quite touching things in it, so it's sort of ideas taken from that pretty much. Sort of the sentiments expressed in it. Sort of come up with this riff, and I sort of pitched it to the band, and we had a jam one afternoon, and that's pretty much how it came together. Music's been a big part of my life. I'm the only musical person in my family. The closest we get to that is my mum can play the spoons and my great-grandfather can play the drums. Yeah, I totally love it. Yeah, I love being in the studio. It's great to finally get stuff down and, you know, get it out there. But obviously if someone said, you know, here's record deal, going, you know, you've got 14 gig dates lined up, you're doing a tour and that, I'd snap it up in a second, because everyone wants to be a rock star, really, don't they?
The piece that I just recorded is called Picturesque, and it's a play on the word picturesque, and it's also a reference to the Picts, which are of course the ancient people of Scotland. It's a sort of modern jazz thing with a bit of a folk edge to it, I'd like to think. And the clarinet in it gives it a more folky sound. The drum part that I wrote was designed to sound like a baran, which is one of those drums that you see people playing like that. And a lot of people make use of the Scotch snap rhythm, the kind of thing that goes da-da, like you might have a melody that goes da 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 da, like that, and that's a very traditional Scottish thing, and I've tried to make use of that as well. Surprised at how I thought we'd come in and we'd be all panicked and worry about it, you know, and try and make a bit of a botched job of it. The atmosphere in the studio was very relaxed. I think the people that I picked to play were very good, and I thought there would be a little bit of panicking towards the end, and maybe we did rush a few bits, but I think everyone was very calm about it. I wanted a sort of a live sound from the recording. I didn't want it done instrument by instrument and then piling on top of each other. I wanted it warts and all. It'll be edited, so it won't be a big 5 minutes of mistakes, but it'll be a good musical performance. But the experience itself has been great. I mean, I'm not going to forget it.
I wrote it when we had a singer-songwriter coming into Woodmill, and when she came in, she helped us put sort of music to it, and I just sort of wrote love words kind of based on a kind of relationship I had once, and we just sort of made a tune to it and put it together, and now it's a song. Well, I play the flute in it and I play the piano, but I've also put in a harp piece for it, but I played that on the keyboard, and I play a vibraphone piece as well. Well, when I was like 5, my mum took me to a piano teacher, and I've been playing the piano ever since. And I got a flute for Christmas about 5 years ago, and I've been playing since then as well. How much I really love you and will forever. I was really nervous when I first got here, but it's really fun there and I'm enjoying it. Someone like you, but it's not to be. Quite interesting. I'd like to see how they get all the song together and everything. I really enjoy music, so I'm thinking about it, seeing whether I take it any further than a hobby or not. It's going to be really cool.
So it's TMT Recordings, is that going to be the official? Yeah, that's great. Is this the title? Let's see.
The title, yeah.
7.
Suggested from 7, just actual 7, that would be quite good.
For publicising, we're going to make posters.
Have you been designing the posters already, or you had a thought?
Come up with ideas.
Alright. Alright, so now you've got your TMT, your logo, and 7, the actual name. That's going to be great.
Make it that wee bit different, just coming in and saying, oh yes, buy your CD, whatever, and then you could be having a chat, and tell your friends to listen, and maybe play some musical influences and that sort of thing. You could maybe try and make it
something that you'd like to hear, listen to yourselves, so we'll do that. One of the things I would think is going to be, it's the thing that I would have difficulty if I was doing this project all on my own, is all the legal aspect of contracting, copyright, all of that stuff. Also about numbers, you're talking about how many you think you can sell, and you're going to have to, once the thing's ready to go, have a number in mind so that we can order however many copies, and then practically getting the printing done and putting the whole thing together.
First one's jazz. Kind of. Yeah, jazzy kind of stuff. Grooves. Yeah, I played a slower Scottish piece for my exam last year, and I like that kind of music. Soothing. And then the other one's Scottish. I find Masters in the Groove the best to perform. It's a piece that the whole orchestra can get into because there's different parts for every instrument, so everybody gets their own wee bit. The recording was interesting.
It was interesting the fact that you have to be playing at high standard throughout.
So you really have to know your parts inside out because it's like each individual section was mic'd up, so it's like every instrument could be picked up. I don't want to give up playing.
The first one's Reinvent.
Instead you follow with your eyes closed, ignoring everything you were told.
There are songs come round for just jamming with each other in the room, and something will happen, then the rest of us will just stick something on top of it, mix it together and find out what sounds good and what's not. I mean, we've done it before but in a different way, and now we're learning more about the actual technical ways of hitting things. More involved in the actual putting together of it rather than just playing and waiting for someone else to mix it down without your input really.
What too small, you'll find the answers before you fall. Right now you sit there just waiting for the game to play.
That was basically self-taught really. I mean, I had tuition at school, but that was on the double bass rather than the bass guitar. And I sort of went from beginning on the double bass, I went to the bass and learned it myself.
Pick up the pieces, you start again.
What's the second one?
Oh, it's been that long since I heard it.
Pick up the pieces.
Yeah, pick up the pieces.
Before the stop signs are inside, the hero comes, he was denied. Now this time, the overflooding from the noise, it could not overcome the voice.
Well, I've got lessons for drumming. So I found out that was outside of school though. So yeah, I wasn't like Stephen, I didn't get taught at school, I got taught outside of school.
He usually sings different lyrics for songs
Yeah,
for
just-
about 3 weeks after it's been written.
Till you find something.
Till we have to record it and he has to write them down.
Before the stop signs are inside, the hero comes, he was denied. Now this time, the overflooding from the noise, it could not overcome the voice. Not this time.
Yeah, it's been a really good experience.
Jackie Gemmell.
They say life is like a movie and the music you hear is the soundtrack to your life. Tune in to 1287 Classic VRM between 2 and 4 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, when I'll be unearthing great tracks and showcasing future classics from artists such as Prince, Madonna, Stevie Wonder, Kylie and Eminem. And not forgetting the gloved one, that's Michael Jackson of course.
Houston, we have a problem. Family Friday, 4 till 6. Lie back, have a drink and enjoy. Jim Davidson. Jim Davidson. Only here on Classic VRM.
Does he like Mavis? He's a real tasty geezer.
Right, the Through Music Together project it's all 7 of West Fife high schools, and from each school you've got a couple of composers, like either a band or a single person who's composed something.
What types of music?
All different kinds of music. We've got like jazz and rock and classical, and there's solos and crips and obviously a big orchestra as well, so it's quite a mixture there.
And who's going to promote this?
All of us, really.
Team effort.
Team effort,
In
yeah.
the high school, we're going to have to try and promote it in our own high school because obviously one person can't do it for every single place. So hopefully getting as many people knowing about it as possible. Quite challenging as well, sort of looking at it from the business side, that you've got to try and bring everything together, you've got to market it and get it out to people, which has been difficult but then a good challenge at the same time.
And is this a one-off?
I think they're hoping though if this comes to success, maybe to do it again next year, to give people an opportunity to do it again, hopefully.
And how were decisions made then? Because that's always a bit of a bone of contention. You know, if you're working in groups, say, who actually made the decisions?
We all sort of did it together.
Yeah, we all meet up together, we all discuss things, and I think that was the key thing, that we're a group and we're a team and we had to bounce ideas off each other.
Well, listen guys, I wish you loads and loads of luck with this project. What you've got to do once you produce your CD, obviously, right, is to send us a copy.
It did open my eyes to a bigger world, the music industry. Suppose everything's easy when you can how, and it's just once you try to find it how. So it does open your eyes to a lot.
Started then when I was playing in the primary school. And I come to high school, I joined the band with Dale, and just been here ever since.
When you're in a pipe band, usually you're practicing the same tunes over and over again, the tunes that you play with the band, the tunes that you compete with. So usually you just write a tune to get away from again doing the same tunes there and there again. And you get ideas for anywhere, even just sitting on a bus going to school.
It's a medley of different styles of tunes. So it just depends on what happens, what we get drawn for the competition, and then it just all starts from there.
Molly's real. Had to think of it. It's quite a jolly tune, and Molly, I didn't want to call it the Jolly Reel or something, so sorry. But no, Molly's one of the, it's quite a rare name, so I thought it was quite a rare tune as well. It's good fun, really good fun.
Kirsten's jig, I mean, it's based on a standard jig, like a traditional Scottish jig. I could do a lot with it, I could build a lot of things on it, like add things in the background, and it had a lot of potential for a tune. I enjoy like going out, going different places and playing in other competitions and that. It's just the enjoyment you get out of it. When you see other bands that go to other competitions, it's a good feeling.
We're a competing band, we compete every year in numerous competitions. Some of them just little high-on games that we do know here, or some of them like championships, Scottish championships, British World Championships, European, things like that. So basically working hard all year round to see how high we can get in the table. I teach younger members of the band as well. Once a week I've got 6 or 7 young pipers that I teach, and eventually they'll be going into one of the younger bands.
I want to keep doing it as long as I can. I'll keep playing in the band.
Well, I decided to write something atonal and kind of contemporary because I never tried anything like that before, and I thought I'd give it a go. In this I'm playing oboe, I also play piano and tenor saxophone. Since it's called Last Minute, it's kind of, it starts quite slow and quite lazy, so it's kind of like somebody maybe getting ready, or I mean whatever way you want to interpret it, and it gets faster and then you realise you're in a big rush. I'm always late. I started it out, and then it seemed, when I was writing it, it kind of grew in intensity, so I decided to make it faster, and then I thought that'd be quite, drew the parallels from that. Even like when we came up for a visit and saw around and just watching other people working. It was quite interesting.
Well, that's what Lizzie's doing. So after she's gone da da, we're going da 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 da.
Three of us started playing this piece of recently formed a trio, and we played in Fife Music Festival. I've got specific themes and rhythms that kind of recur, the whole tone scale and things like that. So it's something I've not done before, but I've never recorded in a recording studio before, and yeah, it's a new experience. It's really good.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, the project's going really well. The CD's starting to, and DVD's getting made underway now. The cover's been made for it by our arts person Katrina. We wrote off to the press, got contacted by the Dunfermline Press about it, and we're going to get an interview with them. So hopefully everyone in Dunfermline and West Fife should know about it. As soon as the CD comes through, it's getting sent off to all the radio stations. Meet 106 have said that they're quite interested in it, as have Real Radio. So it's more widespread than just West Fife.
A friend of mine who's in the congregation of our church, who is a writer and had written a play called The Magi, and she asked me to write the incidental music for it. So this basically sparked off the idea that I could transform this sort of piano score with a few percussion instruments and turn it into an orchestral piece. orchestral piece, sort of ranging from Far Eastern sort of music through to sort of modern music, sort of a mix of genres basically. Outside the school I play with the Rosyth Concert Band. I play clarinet and also the bass clarinet there. Within the school I play in the woodwind groups and also the school wind band as well. I think the recording process is fabulous. I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity for me, and it gives me a sort of taster of what, you know, recording music's all about. And if I've got this opportunity to show myself that I can write pieces like this.
I was going to be using the melody from Lady in Red by Chris de Burgh, but transform it into a really dark, depressing song, and I planned to put a big organ solo in and everything, but in the end it wasn't. It was just something completely different. It's now what we're recording here.
Standing here, and I'm all alone.
Because him and this other guy, they were like, we're starting a band, do you want to play bass? I can't play bass. Buy one. And that was me in the van.
And I can see you crying.
Like listening to a lot of rock music and thought that I'd quite fancy picking up a guitar and learning how to play, so just the same, just before third year I just got one for my birthday and just started playing.
Baby, don't worry, 'cause I'm your light. I'm blinded by the brightness before me, but I know that you're behind those lights.
The Furniture song, right, is there's this song, was it by the Pogues? What's it called?
Fiesta.
Fiesta. And it's a song that starts off all really slow and depressing. It's all soft and that, and it's like, you see these furniture adverts when there's folk, they're sitting on their chair and they're thinking, oh god, look at my couch, it's all horrible and old and grey. But then it all of a sudden cuts to them sort of falling back wearing Hawaiian shirts and straw hats in like the furniture warehouse, looking all happy and all that. And that's what happens in the song.
Standing here, and I'm all
Also helped me pass advanced higher music, I would hope.
standing here, and I can see your pride, and I can see you crying.
I've done recording stuff, but not in like a big studio for free. Yeah, it's been in a little studio for money.